What's going on, Sagittarius? I hope you are doing very well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for mid to late January 2022. So you are most definitely very welcome here in this space with me, Sagittarius, as we go through the reading. Thanks a lot for taking the time to check out the reading. I do really appreciate it. If you find that it resonates with you, don't forget to like and subscribe as well. I would also really appreciate that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into your mid to late January energy and see what's going on. Okay, so give me a second and I will pull the energy for you here, Sagittarius. As always, I'd like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for Sagittarius. Two more here, two more. All right, let's see what we got going on here for you, Sagittarius. Give me a second to lay out all this energy here. Okay. So let's go ahead and start off in your opportunity row and see what opportunities you have coming your way from mid to late January. So it seems really good for money. Like you guys have an ability to expand wherever you got going on for career here. So in your opportunity, you have the Queen of Pentacles and also the Three of Pentacles. So this is kind of like bossing up when it comes to your career, like maybe earning a promotion from someone, or if you own a business, like expanding it. You know, this is boss energy, like especially if you're a woman and you're into money. You know, it seems like your money is going to be an opportunity to be on point and to even grow. So the Three of Pentacles as well here, Sagittarius. I feel like working with other people is something that you're going to need to do. I think Spirit is also saying that for some reason you're not really interested in it. Okay. For some of you, I'm getting a pretty clear message that some of you may be thinking of walking away from someone that you're in sort of a love relationship with. I get the feeling that you guys have been feeling like there's just no way that there's anyone else better for you, but then you kind of met this person. So the Three of Pentacles here is kind of like saying that some of you may be collaborating in like a work relationship and you start to catch feelings for someone, but some of you may already be in a relationship and you're like, oh my God, no, I don't want that to have happened. So that might be happening for some of you here, some sort of like love work dynamic that you may be like, oh, I'm really into that person, but I shouldn't go down that road. Like I do sense that for some of you. For others of you, this may be a reluctance to work with other people. You know, the Queen of Pentacles is kind of like a little bit independent. And you have this Two of Swords in your opportunity here. So maybe this is to ice out certain people, you know, to kind of turn the other cheek to, you know, an opportunity that's in front of your face. But for a lot of you here, I feel like this is something that you're meant to look at. You know, it's not something that you're meant to deny here. And I think it has to do with working with other people. I don't know why I'm getting that here. So we're going to have to clarify that in a second here, Sagittarius. But then we move down here to your challenge here for mid to late January. And you have the Fool, okay, staring right at you here. Okay, you have the Fool and also the Star. So this is moving towards some sort of state of harmony. It involves something new. It's really challenging for you to step into the new. I feel like this is something that for a lot of you, maybe you knew you needed to do. For some of you, it's going to manifest in like you need to walk away from a relationship, even though you don't want to, because it's inconvenient. I am getting that for a lot of you. Like you feel like there's nowhere to go if you leave something behind, but you're being called to, okay, but it's very challenging. So for some of you as well, this could be you know, kind of making a new financial move as well, the Three of Pentacles to the Fool, you know, but for some reason you're hesitant. You're like, I don't know if that's a good idea. I feel like it kind of is, right? So the challenge is to act onto the new, jump into the new with boldness, right? Because it is going to be very healing. You have the Star. This could indicate some sort of like recognition, like, or fame, right? With that Three of Pentacles, but in your career, some of you may be killing it that much. But I feel like there's a direction that you guys need to move in that you kind of been denying. I feel like a lot of you as well have been holding yourself back with self-sabotage because you have the Devil here. So it's almost like there's a really good option. For some of you, it might be a person. For others of you, it might be a way to like advance your career that you're like, oh, not me. Like Sagittarius, not me. Like if that's for other people, I don't deserve the best. But like your soul is calling you to upgrade here. Okay, so just be open to it. I see things going good for you, but I see things like there's just this like wide open ceiling of air that you can jump into, if that makes sense. Okay, for a lot of you, you may be stuck in kind of an abusive like relationship. If that's the case, I think Spirit's calling you to move in a new direction. If that's something you've been debating here, Sagittarius, I do feel like that's coming through because a lot of you guys are good on your own financially as well. Like the Queen of Pentacles is here. I get the feeling for a lot of you women out there, you may be tied to someone romantically that you don't want to be anymore, and you have the capability to go away, but maybe you just think you're a bad person for doing that, or like you're tied for, there could be children involved. I don't know what it is, a work thing. There's just something that you guys are tying yourself to for mid to late January that it's time to break free. It's time to move in a new direction, okay? With that Fool, it's the centerpiece. We're going to clarify. Then we move down here to the advice from your spirit guides. And we have the Hanging Man or the Hanged Man here. Okay, so I feel like this is an opportunity for you guys to reverse your perspective and really make a sacrifice. Okay, you guys are pretty much stuck right now between advancing and kind of just staying stuck. You guys know it too. So you're pretty much at a crossroads here, right? You know you have to make this move, like whatever this Fool is, like this new stepping away from someone in love, or like advancing your career, maybe starting a new side business. Like this is something you guys know you have to do, and there's no running it from it, right? The Hanged Man, this energy is going to haunt you, Sagittarius. So you might as well, it's almost like you might as well rip the Band-Aid off instead of like slowly staying somewhere where you know you're not really meant to be. It's like you might as well just accept, okay, I'm going to go into this Fool energy, right? I'm going to make the leap. I get this feeling like a lot of you are saying like there's like a risk where there's no guarantee of a reward, but I think that there is. You need to play the long game to see that. You know, a lot of you, this could be a financial risk that you're about to take because you have the Two of Pentacles here in the advice from Spirit, as well as the Hanged Man. So this is saying like maybe this is a sacrifice, like juggling two things. You have to give up something to get something else. You know, also, I think this is focusing on your career, building on what you already have, and then still going in a new direction as well, if that makes sense. So like, just be aware of that. For some of you thinking about leaving someone in a romantic relationship, there could be money concerns. Maybe it's even like you're gypping them, because I do sense you guys, a lot of you in a positive financial situation. So maybe there's something to do, like you owe someone money or something like that. Okay, so let's just go ahead and clarify a few of these cards for you, Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and clarify this Two of Swords in your opportunity. You know, let's see what you're not looking at here, or what Spirit wants to say. Okay, so give me a second. Why is this Two of Swords here? Let's see. Two more. Okay, the Two of Swords is clarified by the Breakthrough card. Okay, so there's something that you guys are not doing that can really just completely change your life, like a whole new level you'll be in. Okay, so the Breakthrough is about using your willpower to do something difficult, and I think it's connected to that Fool. So whether this is, you know, breaking free out of a toxic relationship, moving into a new career, changing your job, or something like that, this is something that you can't keep denying, because it's just the energy is gonna build up and it's just gonna come out somehow. So you might as well confront this, and you might as well admit to yourself that, okay, there's no more denying this. You know, there's no more denying this. I have to make this change. So this is something that you guys have potentially been suppressing for a long time. Okay. So no more, you know, this Hanged Man energy is not going anywhere. It's saying you're stuck with this realization, you know, and on the spiritual path, you have a lot of those. It's like you wish you could just unknow something, but you can't. The only way to do it is to numb yourself out, and that would lead to your an arrested state of development, right? We don't want that. Okay, so let's also move down here to your challenges. Let's clarify that Fool card, right? Why is the Fool here in your challenges from mid to late December? Let's go ahead and see. Why is the Fool here? Okay, the Fool is clarified by the Change card. This is kind of like the Wheel of Fortune in traditional tarot, guys. So this is something that it's not just your ego at play here. Okay, like I think there's a conflict in you guys that you think that you're making a decision to leave something behind or to make a gigantic risk or change. Like you think that it's coming from your ego. So you're trying to tame it down like, no, no, no. But this is divine. This is part of your plan for your destiny, right? That's what the Wheel of Fortune is all about. The Fool to the Wheel of Fortune. It's like you just have this, the feeling of this whole reading is that you guys don't, all you have is your intuition telling you to do something, but it doesn't make sense on paper, right? It doesn't make sense from a practical standpoint. You're not like, no, dude, it would just be way easier to stay where I'm at. But no, this is, you need to make a change right now. You may not see the benefits instantaneously, but like a year down the road, 6 months down the road, you're going to start to see why I had to do that, why I had to suddenly get up and leave or make this big change, right? Let's also clarify this this Devil card in your challenge, because I think this is what's holding you back, whether it be a person that you're stuck with or your own internal like sabotage. What's going on here with this Devil? Let's go ahead and see. Last one. Why is this Devil here? Okay, yeah. So this is clinging to the past out of fear, guys. So the devil is your challenge for mid to late January, and it's clarified by the clinging to the past card. Okay, so this is just out of convenience. I really do sense that like there's going to be a big temptation for you guys to just play it safe, you know, to just do things as you've been doing them. But there's this deep calling in you saying, no, I can't do that anymore. I have to change something. I know it doesn't make sense logically, but I have to. So this is about you not letting the past come into the present moment. You know, one of my favorite like Stoic quotes is like, live each day as if it were a lifetime. Like live each day as if it were a separate life in and of itself. If you go by that, you're going to be willing to jump into these changes. Okay. It's almost like you guys are probably very spiritual and like very aware. And that's why you can understand what I'm saying. And it's like spiritual people, we literally go through like a midlife crisis every like 6 to 7 months if you're on the leading edge of expansion. So in other words, instead of having like a big meltdown later in life, or like even if you're later in life, later from where you are currently, instead of having that big meltdown, we have little ones and we're like, I got to change. No one understands what we're doing besides us. Sometimes we don't even understand what we're doing, but we know that we have to do it. So this is about stepping into the new, the Fool to the change, releasing the past. The past is what's holding you guys back here. So whether this be a person or your own habits, you know, it's time because you can't, the old drugs or the old habits that you're usually using to stay where you are, they're not going to work anymore. That's why the Hanged Man is here. It's like, oh my God, nothing's working. I just have to make the freaking change that I've been guided to, no matter how painful it is, you know, no matter how painful it is. So, yeah, let's also just clarify this Hanged Man, okay, in the advice from your spirit guides. You know, what is this doing here? Why is this in the advice position? Let's just get a little bit more info. Why is this Hanged Man here? Okay, the Hanged Man is clarified by a pretty big card. It is the Master card. This card is not in traditional tarot. It was added to this deck as a very special card. So essentially what this says to me is you guys are on the path to self-mastery and something very big, like some sort of big grand vision. It's going to manifest for you. And this is a necessary step that you're on to get there right now. So this is, I almost get the feeling like you guys are just like, it's like a blessing and a curse. You're feeling like, universe, why me? Why do you have to make my life so crazy where I'm making these changes? There's something happening with your destiny, right? The Fool to the Wheel of Fortune. Like, you guys are becoming the best possible version of yourself. And whenever you're on that path, when you set that intention, okay, help me become the most conscious, wonderful version of myself, you're going to be thrown things faster than the usual people because you're asking for it with your free will. Okay, take me to the next level, spirit. Well, whenever that happens, you have all this self-doubt, right? All this devil breakthrough stuff. So that's what's going on here. I hope that this provided you some clarity and insight with what's going on in your inner world and external world. But if you want more information on it, Sagittarius, feel free to book a personal reading with me. And I would love to work one-on-one with you guys to guide you through this transition or whatever else you got going on as well. So the link for that is in the description box of this video. But either way, I will talk to you guys next week. I hope you have a good mid to late January. And this is the Autistic Mystic. Peace.